Today we have another travesty video from the propaganda news RTE. We have Fergus Finlay, who is a chicken hawk. Okay, he's too scared to go fight in wars himself, so he wants to go and bring Ireland into a war against Russia. Basically, this guy Fergus Finlay is arguing with, of course, a legend of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I believe he's like a general in the Irish Army, okay, the Irish Defence Forces. He's a general, really top military leader. And it's funny how the military leader doesn't want to send us to war, guys. But this guy here, who has no military background, no training, is a coward himself, but actually wants to send us to war. So it's funny how the most dangerous people, a guy that was like a general in the military, wants to keep us out of war, but these cowards, these people that are cowards, guys, they always want to bring us into war. It's funny how that always is, you understand? We're about to hear this one. Haven't listened to it yet. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, support me down below, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, let's get it, guys. We'll break this one down a little bit.
Our defence budget now is miserly. The contribution we can make is tiny, but we have to be prepared to make it. That's my only point.
Yeah, so right off the bat, he's saying we should be contributing to the war fund. That's the EU, to Ukraine. Absolutely not, guys. We are not going to be getting involved in any wars. We are a neutral country through and through. Okay, they want to break this triple lock system. They want to break our neutrality. This is not what we want to do, guys. I believe that we should build up our military defense. Absolutely, we should have our military budget massive. You know, we should spend loads on the military, get jets, tanks. We should get all the stuff to help defend our country. But unless there's a D-Day invasion on Dogs Bay in Galway or flipping, you know, Sandy Mount in Dublin, we are not going to be fighting in any war, guys. And I'm not talking about a false flag attack, because every war starts with a false flag attack. We're talking about actual aggression from a country. I don't see Russia invading us at all, guys. Okay, that's a matter of their own issues. Nothing to do with Ireland.
Miserly. The contribution we can make is tiny, but we have to be prepared to make it. That's my only point.
What Fergus was saying in his article was that we should join the fight. And I presume when he says we, he doesn't mean himself. He means my children, your children,
yes, yeah,
the children of people listening, and potentially our grandchildren.
Absolute coward. He doesn't mean himself. If he goes over there and fight, we'll follow you, brother. We'll follow you. But he's a coward. These guys are absolute sissies. You guys don't understand. Imagine saying yourself that you don't want to go fight, but you want to send other people to go fight. Could you imagine saying that? I couldn't say that as a man. I couldn't say that as a man. That's
used to have a say.
Cowardice, guys. Cowardice.
In his article was that we should join the fight. And I presume when he says we, he doesn't mean himself. He means my children,
Facts.
your children,
yes, yeah,
the children of people listening, and potentially our grandchildren. We used to have a saying as junior officers when I was in the army, you know, these old war horses, retired generals would come in, and we used to refer to them, we say, once a fighting cock, now a feathered duster. Only Fergus, you've never served. You've never been in a hostile environment. We should not lightly commit our young men and women to conflict zones or to war zones on the basis of a simple government majority.
Dude, this guy is a legend. This guy's a legend. I like this guy a lot. He said feather dusters. So these old men, these old generals would come in, you know, because we were officers. Officers, obviously, there's difference between enlisted, you know, soldiers and then officers. Officers are the top, you know, soldiers of the war. They like help lead the charge, right? And he's saying, you know, these people are feather dusters. These people just want to flip and send us to war and let us get killed. He said, oh, Fergus, you've never served. Where's your military background, Fergus? What has this guy got to do with anything? He's just a random journalist saying that we need to go and support people in a war. Absolutely not. Where is his military background? Has he served in the military? Has he served in any political office? Complete coward, guys. A complete coward of a journalist just trying to make some money off his name. Absolute coward. I'll tell you what, Fergus. If you can beat me up, if you can beat the shit out of me, I'll go fight in a war. Okay? If you come fight me, I'll go to your stupid war. Until then, you sit down, little boy.
Fergus, you've never served. You've never been in a hostile environment.
This guy's a coward, guys. He wants to send other people to war while he sits behind his desk and types shit on his laptop. He's a pussy, bro.
We should not lightly commit our young men and women to conflict zones or to war zones on the basis of a simple government majority.
I would give my right arm to put myself in harm's way rather than any of my grandchildren or my children or their generation. I wish I could, but I can't.
Oh, stop. No, I'm done. I wish I could fight, but I can't. Of course you can. Matter of fact, as I get older, I'm more willing to fight, because as life goes on, if you're 65 years old, you should be fighting rather than the 18-year-old. That 18-year-old still has so much life to give, so much life to experience. When you're over 50, That's when you should be going fighting. You've experienced most of life at 50 years old. Oh, I can't. This guy, I'll tell you what, guys. This guy is the definition. I actually, this is probably the worst individual I've reacted to on this channel. And I don't say that lightly because I've reacted to some dumbasses on this channel. He is the worst person I've ever reacted to. I don't think I'll be reacting to him again. I would give my right arm to put myself in harm's way, but I can't. Why can't you? Why can't you? Absolutely. This is the definition of a chicken shit. There's a lot more I want to say about this guy, but I can't, guys. He's never experienced war. He's never been in a combat zone. He's never done basic training. He's never been in the military. He's a coward, guys. Look at this guy. Nerd, like. This guy grew up a nerd, got bullied. He has like little glasses on. I can't go fight in a war. Why can't you? At 65, shit, I'd be more ready to die in a war than I would at 18, I'll tell you that much. Way more ready to die in a war at 65. 65, my life is over, is you know, you're coming to the end anyways. Shit, this guy is... Bro, I ain't getting into it.
I would give my right arm to put myself in harm's way rather than any of my grandchildren or my children or their generation. I wish I could, but I can't. To go around comparing me to feather dusters is just a cheap shot, Tom, which is way beneath you.
He's worse than a feather duster. He's just a coward, guys. He's never experienced violence. He's never been in a street fight. He's never been in any fights. He's just a lame loser of a man. He's not even a man. He's a coward.
Thousands of Irish troops have joined peace enforcement missions and have put their lives on the line in Europe, in Africa, and in the Asian continent, and you denigrate them in your...
So I denigrated my father then, I denigrated my grandfather, both of whom served.
We should...
Okay, your father and grandfather served. I bet that they're rolling in their graves saying, my son is a coward. Your parents and grandparents think that you're a coward because you're cowering out of not serving. Why didn't you serve? Why didn't you go serve? All you have to do is just go down to the Irish Army Defence Force and sign up. All you do is sign up. Nah, this guy is a complete coward. Yeah, absolutely. His father and his grandfather are rolling in his graves saying, my son and grandson is a coward. That's what they think, truly.
Of whom served.
We should not abdicate our decision-making to some kind of a military alliance.
We do not now.
Absolute lame fool, guys. This is the problem that we have in this country. We have people like this guy who doesn't know violence, who's never done any... I mean, forget about, fighting in a war. This guy hasn't done boxing. He hasn't done martial arts. He has no discipline. He's overweight. He's a little flabby guy, And then he tells other people to go experience war for him. Like, no, dude. Like I said, my offer still stands. If you can beat the shit out of me, I'll go fight in a war. And then we'll see what happens, guys. Because, I mean, that's the way it is. If you want me to go do something, you better be able to beat the shit out of me. Like, straight up. Straight up and down the board. And, it's just ridiculous to see that people actually put these videos out there. I mean, this guy's father and grandfather served. And they're probably legends. They sound like it. He isn't. He's there writing. Oh, his father and grandfather actually did some masculinity things, and they went and did basic military training at the very least. They could have been cooks or whatever. We don't know. They're not combat veterans. We don't know about that. Okay, they're not heroes of combat, right? But now he's here writing. He's using his pen like. He's a complete coward, guys. This is what happens when you have people that never fought growing up, that never did hard shit in their life. They grew up rich, whatever. They grew up with money. They grew up in a safe environment. This is what we get, men like that, guys. Men like that in his 60s talking like that. How cowardless is that, guys? I'd be ashamed to even be related to that guy. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, I can't do it without you. I can't push back against the media without you guys. So make sure to hit that join link underneath this video. Become a member of the channel. Help support me. I'll support you all. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Stay free. Remember, I say always that in my videos, stay free.